Today we are going to start wrapping up this week and getting ready for the test that we're taking. The test is Friday, so Wednesday we'll take our pre-test. Thursday we will go over the results to try to see what you did wrong, and then Friday you'll take the actual test. This lesson here is on union and intersection of sets. It does not involve any algebra, which is good news for those who have been struggling with the material. It will introduce the first 2 days of looking at union and intersection, so there's another lesson waiting for you tomorrow, but for right now, like I said, we want to get the basic idea of union and intersection understood. Union, when two things make a union, they combine or unite. That's how I remember what union is. I just think about the word unite because that means that everything comes together. When two people get married, everyone in both families becomes a family. So everyone on the groom side is now related to everyone on the bride side, and they all unite as one big family. The symbol that you're looking for is this right here, which looks like a capital U. Considering the following questions, let's look at how a union actually works. And again, it's very simple, which is a nice way to end the unit because of all the solving that we've been doing. If they say that R is the set of elements, and we call this a set of elements 3, 4, and 6, and S is the set of elements 2, 4, and 5, this means find the union of R and S. Again, the union means let's unite R and S. So, looking at R and S, our job is to take both of these things and put them together. The thing you have to remember, though, is that they have to be put in order. So you would put down a little brace there. The smallest number out of the groups is 2. The second smallest number is 3. 4 is in both of them, but we do not write the repeat. 5 is next, and 6 is last. And that would be the union of R and S, just 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, you can see 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all in both sets. And that's really all that union is. Really nothing too major about it, which, as I said, is a nice way to end the unit after all the work we've been doing. Given A is equal to 1, 2, and 3, B is equal to the set of elements 3, 5, and 7, and C is equal to the set of elements 2, 4, and 6, find B union C. Again, that means take B and C and put them together. Because we're talking about B and C, it means I'm not even worried about what A is right now. I'm looking at these two things, and again, I'm going to unite or put them together. And so I take the brace and I put them in order without repeats. The smallest number here is 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that would be the answer that you're looking for on that. So again, what you have to do is keep in mind you must have the values in order with no repeats in order for that to work. The opposite of union is intersection. When two things intersect, their paths cross. In other words, where this line and that line intersect would be right there, because that is where their paths cross. That is what those two lines have in common. So if we are looking for the intersection of two sets of numbers and we are looking for what they have in common, the symbol for intersection is this thing right here, which looks like an upside down U, or the opposite of a union. Consider the following questions here. Again, if R is the set of elements 3, 4, and 6, and S is the set of elements 2, 4, and 5, they want the intersection of R and S. That again means what do R and S have in common. So what you do here is you write it down as 3 is not in both, 4 is in both, so 4 goes in. 6 is not in both, and there's nothing else to write. That's it. The only thing they have in common is the number 4. Again, checking this with both. 3 was not in both, 4 was, 6 was not. That's all we have to do. Same thing with B. If we are given A is the set of elements 1, 2, and 3, B is the set of elements 3, 5, 7, C is the set of elements 2, 4, and 6, they want A intersect C. Again, that means that B is not important right now because we don't really care about it. So again, looking at this, 1 is not in C, 2 is in C, so that would be one of my answers. 3 is not in C, so that means that your intersection there would just be the number 2. The tricky part about intersections is sometimes they do not share common elements. In this case, we call it an empty set because there's nothing at all and no elements at all that are shared in both sets. So an example of this would be like here in question C, where it tells us that x is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, y is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and they want the intersection of x and y. Well, again, if you set up your part here, 1 is not in both, 3 is not over here, 5 is not over here, 7 is not over there, 9 is not over there, and so you would write this thing right here, which it means an empty set. It's a 0 with a slash through it, which just means empty set. So now that you've seen that, please log into MathXL, work for 100%. Afterwards, go ahead and start reviewing for the test on the worksheet for the day. Again, if you have any issues with anything, feel free to ask questions. If you finish really early and you did not get a chance to work on other assignments, you can do that also today. But whatever it is, just make sure you're working for the full portion of the hour before we get ready to go and review. Good luck.